Which one am I killing myself?
I got my controls going through. Oh, I missed. I'm dropping money on buy for whoever. I can't even ping that.
Okay, you're
Let's go, man. Alright guys, in this video I mainly want to talk about FPS, specifically on console. Even though I'm on PC, console players do not have this thing called frames per second counter. At least when I was on console, I did not have that at all. So if I do turn this on, I guess right now I have, what, 100 FPS. And it's stuck on a stable FPS, at least for right now, because I actually capped my FPS at 100. So the maximum it could hit is 100, and it can't go farther than that. Like if I turn my limiter off, I'm pretty sure I can hit around 170 frames per second while I'm playing multiplayer in this custom lobby. But I specifically capped it, and I talked about it in a video I made a few months ago, because if you cap your FPS, it allows your PC to be at a more steady rate so that it doesn't really go too high FPS or too low FPS. It just stays at a steady rate so that you don't be running around super fast and then all of a sudden your game stutters and then you lose a gunfight because you accidentally like teleported in a spot, and in the real game someone just saw you and shot you in the face, but you actually couldn't do anything because you had like a little glitch. And that used to happen to me all the time while I was on PC, and when I was on console I never had that stuttering problem. So once I capped it, the stuttering stuff went away. But there is actually another issue for console players, and I've been getting a lot of comments about it too. When I played on 60 FPS, console players are like, oh, that's not true, we don't play on 60, we actually play on 40 because of the FPS. Like when we play Warzone, it actually goes down, and I think that actually is true, but you can't really check if that's true because console does not have an FPS counter. So what that really means is, since your console should be able to play up to 60, playing a game like Warzone is way beyond your console or your last gen's console, the previous generation. It's beyond what that console can handle. So your console is designed to handle games like Modern Warfare. Like this game, if you play this on an Xbox 360, on an Xbox One, if you play this game, you're gonna get 60 FPS fluently, and you're gonna be able to react in 60 FPS. It does not change. But since Warzone is just becoming so much bigger, and it's just a huge game that keeps adding more and more stuff. Oh my gosh, how did I get... It puts more pressure on the console to the point where it actually has to lower the FPS. And that is the reason why too, some of you guys, maybe you're in gunfights, right? And all of a sudden your game just like stutters and you're like, oh, the lag is so bad, and you just die. That's one of the reasons why, mainly because your console cannot handle it, because it is pretty much going old. And that's also the exact reason why a lot of people have really loud consoles and they do sound like the fan is gonna explode or something, or they sound like an airplane, because the console is having so much pressure put on it that it has to lower the FPS and do other things to prevent it from actually shutting down or harming your console. So if you do feel like you have to clean out your console all the time, or your console has a lot of pressure on it, I do think that is highly associated with losing FPS as well, because your console is going to do everything in its power to be able to perform very well without injuring the console. Now, even if you upgrade to a new gen, they say that you could play on 120 FPS with no problem. I do feel like that is more geared towards the multiplayer side. Maybe you can play on 120 FPS on Warzone, but I feel like they would probably lower it down a little bit just to give a better performance of the console overall instead of the performance in the game. Now, again, like I said, for me, I can hit around 180 frames per second when I play Modern Warfare. It's really, it's not hard to do that. I have a really good PC. But when I get into Warzone, like Verdansk, I'm getting 90 FPS. I'm going from 180 to 90 FPS. That's how much Warzone actually does. That's the damage it does to your actual console or PC. So if you're hitting 60 FPS in multiplayer, if you're hitting 120 FPS in multiplayer with the new gen, and you go into Warzone, it is extremely likely you will be losing FPS. And when people are out here on their PCs playing at 170 FPS, 150 FPS, and they're playing like that, in all reality, when you think you're catching up to them and you're 120 FPS, you might actually be at 100 or maybe even 90 FPS, just like I play. Now, can you actually do anything to help your FPS? I really don't think you can do too much. I feel like if you use Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi, that does help reduce your lag, which would make you not stutter or anything like that, but it wouldn't really increase your FPS, but it would help not make you stutter. If you are on PC, you can use programs to actually limit your FPS, just like I do, where I'm staying at 100 FPS the whole time. So if I can hit around 140 or 120 on Rebirth, and it goes from 140 to like 90 multiple times, it just goes up and down, that's what creates the stuttering, and I don't play as good. I just make it at 100 so that I can stay at 100 the entire time, and my game is very consistent to the point where I can shoot people and not have to worry about that stuttering. So if you're on PC, yes, you could change it, but if you're on console, you cannot change the way your FPS works, at least as far as I know. Also, I do want to say that I'm live every single day on Twitch. This is pretty much where I get my gameplays from that you see throughout this video. So just search up on Twitch the_5_seal, or you can check the description below and click on the link right there. Do not be afraid to check out the other Sense members. If you go to my channels right here, go down here, I do have my second channel here, the 6th Seal, where I try to teach you how to hit algorithm, and I got the Sense members right down here if you guys are interested in more Rebirth content from the Sense team.
I don't believe in
Go OTS.
Hey, let us go.
I love playing that. Love it so much.
Yeah, a few more. B Daniel,
Right here.
thank you for the follow, man.
Bro, which one am I killing self?
I got my kills going through.
Oh, I missed. I'm dropping money on buy for whoever. I can't even ping that.
Okay, you're
You guys got that? Yeah, you did. I got extra money. Bro, left hand claw is so weird. Oh my gosh.
your left hand claw is so weird.
When you put claw on both. He shot me from the ladder. No, I've never seen that.
Oh, we gone to the prison. Bro, you already have 7 kills. What the fuck?
No.
Yeah, I'm just treating you, huh? Baby.
Alright, they're over there. Maybe I should just push it. Big ego. This guy is. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Nope, he messed up.
Here, bro. Where
Messed
did
up easy.
it come from?
Oh, nothing. There's like 3 teams.
I'm not fighting this shit, but there's a guy. That's a right shit.
Alright, I need their money. Where's this guy's money? There you go. Well, they had a loadout. Oh, Oh, if I hit that. Ooh, perfect throw. Callies!
Where, bro?
Hey,
Fucking nowhere and start shooting, bro. Get the fuck off me. How the fuck is he already have to?
Oh, it's the same.
Oh!
Go hard and south.
Let's go, man.
And this kid's mad,
I
man.
missed it jump, bro. I missed it jump.
I gotta go to another part of the map if I want this 20. My teammates are wiping teams like crazy. They're on top of there, right?
Get the off of there, you weirdo. Bruh, why does people use combat stuff? See that
I
ass?
don't know. I just had to destroy my own vehicle. Wow!
Oh, bro, you were hitting that.
Yeah.
Literally all pigments with it.
He's all the way up top.
They all up though? Yeah, they are.
Got him, got him.
nice.
I'm the way, bro! Other side, tower. That's last team. I so wish I had, like, a sniper ammo right now, bro.
Two. Oh, wait a second.
These guys have no snipe.
Why you see my
You
daddy?
have sniper.
I don't know.
You need more than one shot that, Sierra, you don't like that.
Got this guy.
Got it. Oh,
So, you take too long.
Bro, kids have ammo.
Okay.
thank you.
I'm not gonna kill this guy. It's just gonna never got it.
Where is he living?
I'm here too.
But y'all got,
Not tower,
y'all
not
got,
tower.
There's two in there.
Got it.
Okay, chill out.
I think he's yeah, in the tower area.
oh, can I get some light?
No, he's above. He's floating.
Oh! Someone work. He's gonna jump. Is he? I don't know. I think he's gonna jump.
One
He didn't play
man
Warzone for like 2 months. Yeah, it kind of like died. Cause it's just been so stale. That's why people play
Get the
Rebirth.
guy no.
They landed over here somewhere.
Prisoners too.
Oh, let me get the phone. Let me get the phone.
See one? They're over there.
Where's he at?
Here, I got you. This.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy inside there, bro.
One floating? Oh no. Good. Where's the second one? What the fuck?
Right here. Right on group thing.
Oh, you got him.
Now he want, now he want.
No, I was gonna say.
Where's he at?
This game is fucking ass, bro.
He went on the other side. You're up.
Yeah,
You're on
that's
me.
not bad.
You went up, he's right here.
My bad?
Oh my gosh.
He's trying to roll up.
Oh, how did he got him on?
Got him.
Oh, I got he's on my back.
This kid has an RPG as a loadout. Like,
He said RPG as a loadout. No
Last
shot.
guy on me, bro.
This game is so close.
his
Oh,
cock is definitely
he's lucky I
small.
suck with Jonas.
It's a known
Cock is
fact that
definitely
never.
small.
I don't feel like pushing.
That kid never been loved in his life. That's why he plays RPGs.
I suck today, bro. It's only 10, bro.
But look at me. What do you mean?
Is he on roof or is he
By
inside?
the way, if you die, I die, by the way. All I have is
Good to
in
know.
my fist.
Oh, it's very good to know. Do you have any idea where he's at?
Top here.
Tower.
Oh, all the way up there? So can I just go tower
Yeah, I
there?
cracked him too.
Hey, go tower,
Yeah,
go
just
tower.
go tower.
Ready? Okay.
Don't waste your time, don't waste your time, bro.
Watch him be in tower.
Watch him be in down. Wait, where's the ladder?
Go cool, go cool.
You got lost.
Yeah.
20 up, you got lost.
120 of yeah, I didn't know where the ladder was. Where is he?
Why is he jumping?
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, get him. Get him.
Oh, whoa, no.
He's so
Get it. Get a hit
saw
a
it.
trick shot. He's gonna die in gas.
What if he has
Can I
stims?
snipe him?
How did he get over there? How did he get over there?
Like, what?
He died.
No.